What's up, Fit Fam, and welcome back to the mat. I'm Corey, and today's practice is going to be a 20-minute booty lifting flow. So if you are looking for ways to lift those glutes, make them stronger, make them look perkier, just a little gentler than some of the other videos that I may have on the channel, then this is the flow for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to find ourselves sitting on our mats in easy pose, taking some deep breaths, preparing ourselves for this practice with intention. These deep cleansing breaths actually help to clear the mind, so I love doing this before I begin my practices. So now let's find ourselves on all fours in tabletop, preparing ourselves for a cat-cow flow. Remember that cat-cow is excellent for releasing that lower back and those hips. And also remember that we are going to inhale on our cats and exhale on our cows. Couple more of these. Now we are going to get your ankle weights. So for this practice, we are going to wrap some ankle weights on because this is going to help with the sculpting. If you don't have any ankle weights, that is perfectly okay. This can be done without it, but this does help with the sculpting. And what we're going to do is we are going to tuck our toes and prepare for some fire hydrant kicks. We're going to do 8 on each side. You're going to be able to feel the burn as you do this because after you reach 8, we're going to pulse for 8. So you're going to be able to feel the burn on those hips. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. Good job. Drop back into a wide leg child's pose to release that because, yeah, that's burning. Next, we're going to tuck our toes and we are going to gently press our hips up into downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet to stretch out the calves and the hamstrings as well as the feet. And we're going to walk ourselves to the front of our mat for the standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sweeping those arms up and finding ourselves into that pulsing chair pose. Again, we're going to feel this tomorrow, I promise you. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Another forward fold, stepping our feet. 1 foot back, 2nd foot back into a plank, taking our chaturanga up into cobra pose. Drop back into a quick child's pose, releasing that out just a bit, pressing up. Finding ourselves up into downward facing dog again, pedaling those feet out, lifting that left leg, bringing it forward, lift it back up into a half triangle pose, and we're going to do this for a few reps. Again, this should be burning pretty good right now. Pedal that out. And we're going to do that on the opposite side. Right leg goes up. And in for a tuck, tuck, and lift. And tuck, and lift. A quick hold. Back into downward facing dog. Plank, chaturanga, and cobra. Find yourself into another downward facing dog, walking yourself up to the front of your mat for a forward fold. That halfway lift, another forward fold, halfway lift. Finding ourselves up, swinging our arms up overhead, bringing our hands to heart center. Taking a few breaths here. Trying to catch our breath here, okay? Sweeping those hands overhead again, finding ourselves into another pulsing chair pose. Stepping that right leg back. And we're in a lunge, and we're just going to take some dips here. Just that back leg, that knee is lowering and lifting, and lowering and lifting, and that is definitely working that glute on that right leg. But it's also working that left leg as well. This is burning pretty good right about now. And now what I've done is I have a set of dumbbells, and I'm using this for additional as I'm doing these pulses, these chair pulses. So instead of holding my hand up, I'm holding my weights to my heart center. You can go without the weight if you like. As you saw, we did the first round with no weight, but on the left side, we have some, I believe I have some 4-pound dumbbells in this particular sequence as I'm doing that lunge, and I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. Again, feel free to not use weight or to use the dumbbells. It's okay. It helps and intensifies your workout, and it increases the sculpting results. But again, it is to each person's specific preference. Lay your dumbbells down. And we are finding ourselves in a triangle pose. That lunge right on over to the side. Now we are going to turn and go into a glute extension. Hands on the hips. Nice and easy extension with control. We're not rushing it. Because the more slowly and the more controlled that you do these movements, the more effective the workout will be. Good job. It's burning. So we're going to march that out a little bit. It is definitely burning. Now we're going to switch and do this on the opposite side. So we're going to go over to the opposite side, whichever side you didn't go on, and do that extended triangle pose. We're going to stretch that side out, and we're going to turn because we know we've got to do the other leg for symmetry, of course. That glute extension, we aren't using weights here, so as you can see, I've left my dumbbells out of this particular move, and we are doing those glute extensions very slowly and controlled. Again, always make sure that that stationary leg has a slight bend in it. As you can see, we don't ever want to lock that leg. Like I said, it's burning, so we're marching and marching and marching. And we're going to find ourselves in a forward fold to halfway lift. Sweeping our hands up over top and back down to another forward fold. Now we have found ourselves in a single leg standing lift. Now, this can be difficult, and so if you need to grab a chair to help you with balance, that's perfectly okay, because that poses about a lot of like ankle stability, and if you don't necessarily have that stability, it will be difficult for you to do, and that's okay. You could just grab yourself a chair or find yourself holding onto the side of the wall, whatever works. Now I took and put my leg on top for a standing figure 4. And again, this pose right here may be too difficult, and if it is, it's okay. You can just find yourself in a chair pose to make it just as effective. But that pose is about stability. We are trying to stabilize and establish our balance. And so we need those poses to help to establish that balance and strengthen our ankles. Good job. Now release that out, march it up, because the bottom of the feet are burning, the calves are burning, the hamstrings, the glutes, the quads, all of it is burning. So let's get ourselves down into a forward fold, halfway lift, step, or jump yourself back into a plank. And now we are going to stretch that out just a bit and fall back into a child's pose. A child's pose, if you haven't gathered it already, is an easy pose. It's quick, it's easy, it's safe. So if you can't do a pose, it's perfectly okay to drop down in a child's pose and just stay there for a minute. It's perfectly fine. Good job. Now I am reaching over and we're maneuvering our dumbbells because we need our dumbbells for this next exercise. And the first one is going to be just a simple glute bridge. And if you pay attention to the way that I am rolling the hips up, and that is because I am making sure that my glutes are doing all the work, not my lower back, not my hamstrings, not my quads. We want the glutes to do all the work. And so by doing these moves slow and controlled and rolling it up, it's forcing my glutes to do all the work. And that's when you're going to really start to see some glute growth, when you are making the glutes do the work. Now we are going to do those single leg glute marches, and I'm doing them just on one leg, so it's for a count of 8 on each leg. Again, we want our glutes doing the work, so that stationary glute is squeezing really tight. That's what we're doing. We're squeezing that glute in. I mean, obviously I can't show you, but that's what we're doing to ensure that it's doing the work and not that hamstring or that thigh. And switching over to the opposite side. Bring those knees into your chest, rocking just slightly side to side, giving that lower back a massage, doing a couple of twists just to kind of twist that out. Next up, we're just going to pull the one knee in and stretch the other leg out. We're just kind of stretching it out just a little bit because the entire lower half is getting a workout here. And so this is particularly good. This is also really good for the glutes as well. Excellent work. We are more than halfway done with this workout. We're just going to take a few deep breaths right here, just breathing it out, doing nothing in particular as we prepare for our next workout. Take a couple of rocks and find ourselves into a seated position. If you're choosing to use dumbbells, you can get your dumbbells at this point. If you're not, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And we're just going to do some twisted arm extensions. So what you're going to do is you're going to twist, and then as you twist, you extend the arms. This is adding a little bit of a arm workout, giving our arms just a little bit of work here, but the benefit here is going to be in our core as well. And we're going to do 8 of those, and when you're done, you're going to bring that weight to the chest, and then we're going to do some pulses. Good job. Next, we are going to begin to cool things down, and this is a seated figure 4. Taking that left leg, putting it on top of the knee, and just sitting here for about 20 to 30 seconds or so, stretching out those hips and that lower back. And when you're done, swap it out, do it on the opposite side. Now at this point we can take off our ankle weights because we don't need those anymore, because we are entering the cool down phase of this flow. And we're just going to do that single leg head to knee stretch. Again, remember to meet yourself where you are. So if you can only get to the thigh, it's fine. If you can get to the calf, amazing. If you can get to the ankle, that's great. Just never grab the back of the knee. We don't want to touch that part. And switch it up and do it on the other side. Next, we're going to do a wide leg seated forward fold. And you're just going to simply, as you can see, I'm walking my hands out as far or as close to your body as you need. And we're going to point and flex our feet. This is stretching out our feet, but it's also stretching out our legs. And it feels just amazing. Bringing our legs together and kind of shaking them out a bit, doing a closed leg, seated forward fold, stretching again, getting some lower back stretch, getting those glutes stretched out. The whole glute muscle, it stretches out when you like forward fold this way. It feels great. And find yourself back into that same easy seated position, and that will bring this practice to a close. Hands to chest. Huge shout out to my subscribers. Thank you for flowing with me. If this flow helped you reset and gave you a good glute burn, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you haven't already, so that you never miss an upload. That's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.